soccer.
Oh,
I I I stay for my family with my children. Very, very nice for me. And you?
awesome. Oh, my weekend was I get a rest of a lot of things. I don't do almost nothing. I study at Saturday and Sunday. I start to watch a new TV series with my mother, and I spend the entire Sunday with this series, and it was awesome. My mother sleep very well in the middle, me either, but it was awesome. Awesome weekend. It's the weekend to take a time for myself and for my family, of course.
Good. I like going church in Saturday morning. I went to in church with my family. For me,
I go
it's very important.
I go to, but my church is Sunday morning, so early. But I like to wake up early. So for me, it's normal day in a normal life. But I like to go to my mother because my brothers don't want to go. So I go with my mother.
Good.
Good morning, Bruna.
Hello, guys. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm
And you?
great too.
Me too.
Great. And guys, today we are talking about loneliness. I send the questions here again on the chat. And wait a minute. And my name is Gabriela. Hello, persons from YouTube. 22 years old. I live in a city called Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais state. I'm here with Evaldo and Bruna to talk now about loneliness. I think it's an important topic nowadays. It's important thing to questionate yourself and myself too. And Evaldo, could you introduce yourself? Little things about you.
My name is Ivaldo. I live in Capivari. Capivari is a small city next to near Campinas, São Paulo state. I'm a software engineer. I have children. I'm married. I like soccer. I like read book. I like watch movies, series too. That's it.
Great. And what is your favorite?
Repeat, please.
The favorite series? What's your favorite?
Game of Thrones, fantastic for me.
Oh, I started, but I didn't finish.
Yes.
So long.
It started the last week. Last of this, I think it's very good.
I like it too. I remember to play the game a little bit, but I feel afraid about The Last of Us. But I will start the series too because the game is awesome. I love it.
Yes.
And Bruna, go ahead.
Guys, let me see. I want to try to say something different because I always introduce myself the same way. So I am not a huge fan of Game of Thrones. The kind of series I usually watch are documentary series or things about crimes or reality shows like Casamento Cegas. This is the last one I watched. I've been enjoying watching reality shows, and yeah, nowadays I'm also learning Spanish. I've been learning Spanish since 2022, since last year. I started last year, and it's been a pleasure, really amazing journey. Learning another language is really hard, and that's it.
Yeah, it's really hard. I'm the same here with German. And sometimes I look like, oh gosh, why I do that? Why I'm not choosing other language? Like, why I'm choose this?
You chose the hardest one. Come on, like you could have chosen Spanish or French. That at least
I start.
Portuguese.
I don't know why, but I don't like Spanish.
It's okay. I know.
What's
Well, repeat about.
do you language Bruna speak?
I speak just English and now Spanish, but Gabi is learning German.
Oh, fantastic.
German.
No, it's so similar than English, so similar. Have phrases and words is the same as English, the same spelling and the same writing. So not so hard. But in other times, I think I'm fighting with others when I start to speak. It's a little bit difficult. But I like it. One of the dreams, I need to realize it. So, guys, we start with the questions. Question number 1. In your opinion, what would be some effective ways to combat social isolation and loneliness? Bru, in your opinion, what would be? Hard.
I was, and it's interesting because I was listening to a podcast yesterday, where the girl said she used it to isolate herself, from some like at some moments of her life, and it is like it is a podcast where you send your story and the girl gives some advices. So she said something really nice about trying to interact a little bit, and then when you feel you are overwhelmed, just leave the room a little bit, be quiet for a while. So I think it's trying to respect your limits and being around friends or like people you love and you like. But if during that time, if at the moment you feel overwhelmed, take some time, like be alone at the place, so at the party, try to go to a place where you're not going to interact with anybody, and when you feel tired, just go home, because if you force too much to be at the place, I think it's not comfortable too, right? And yeah, I think that's my answer.
And I agree 100%. I guess if you want to combat the social isolation and loneliness, you need to stay together with other persons, but you need to understand yourself too. You need to understand why you are in loneliness, why you want to stay isolated. Because sometimes you are depressed and stay together with other persons. Probably you don't feel well, you don't want to get out to run of the situation. And because of that, I totally agree with Bruna. When I don't feel comfortable in the place, I like to stay quiet and only, I don't know, go to a open space to see the moon or to see the sky, because this is, I think, relax me. Yeah, I guess sometimes you don't do a social isolation because you want. It's because a necessity in your day or in your week. Sometimes I do that. I spend a long time with myself in a deep loneliness, but it's my choice. It's not a depression or something like that. It's only because I want to understand my own feelings, and I don't want to put other persons into my feelings, because it's not fair sometimes. And Ivaldo, what's your opinion about the question?
I believe that people should should spend more time together. for example, my family and me, my son and me, my daughter and me, my friends and me, because I think the persons need that things. For example, put your cell phone aside and don't go out with your family, your friends. Relationship is, I don't know the expression, face a face em português. Speak face to face. I need the people. I think the people need that thing is because cell phone and computer, social medias. In my opinion, it is faster the persons. Another, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like the internet is not a barrier, but we put the barrier because of the internet. Sometimes you said something really interesting. Nowadays, the person don't want to stay face to face. I guess I have a little bit afraid of stay face to face to reality, because stay on social media is okay. I'm in my comfort zone. I talk with you. I see you in the screen of my cell phone on the screen, but face to face, you need to face the reality too. You need to face the other person have real problems. The person is not a meme as fast on the internet. The person has feelings. So sometimes I can see some persons didn't have humanity on the internet. Like, put your opinion and that's it. Okay, if you agree or disagree, if this like hurt other person, I don't get it because I'm on the internet. I'm a giant here. I'm invisible. The person's thing is a field of anyone. So it's complicated to deal with persons on the internet and to deal with that, because on the internet you always alone. You think you have a lot of follows. I don't remember where I read that, be honest, but I read something like that. You be around of a lot of persons because the persons follow you, watching you, want to listen you, but when you close and stay a little bit longer of your cell phone, of your computer, looking around you, you have these persons to support you. And I feel a little depressed when I read that. I feel, okay, probably no. But yeah, it's something we need to think. And it's related with the question number 2. Would you agree that loneliness is the sad reality of modern life? Why or why not? Evaldo, you start.
I think so. I thought that loneliness is really a great problem in your life. I believe that in the first step for a bigger problem, the depression, I believe it is the first step for this problem and depression. That's it.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about loneliness because we always relate it with depression, right? Like, they don't have a choice. I always remember to a friend of mine who said, I don't feel loneliness. I feel a lot of happiness, but sometimes I feel I'm only the person is happy in the space. I start to do treatment with psychologists. Yeah, psychologists. Discover depression. Like, and I feel like, whoa, how? Because in the time I don't understand. Because for me, depressive person only want to cry and stay sadness. So we talk to me like, Gabby, I don't know. I don't feel loneliness. I feel a lot of happiness, but sometimes I feel the world don't understand me and I want to stay quiet. And I feel like, gosh, like I have subtitles of depression in one depression. So I always think about it and I read a lot because I have persons around me who suffer from that. And I guess, yeah, it's a sad reality of modern life, as Ivaldo said. And I compliment what Ivaldo said, have a search about that in science, in neuroscience, who put persons from my age to 34 years old in this age, 20 to 30, 34, 35, don't remember the exactly. And because of the access every day to screens, we desenvolve more depression. Like, and persons like in the age of my mother to my, I don't know, to sister to my mother is more different age, didn't have depression because of something happens in their life. And today we develop depression because of anxious. So two different disease, but they stay together in some moments. It's hard. And Bruna, what do you think about?
It's really nice what you said about the way depression manifests, because it's a stigma. I think we don't understand too much, so we think the person is going to be on bed, and will never laugh, and if they are happy at some point, oh, so you are not depressive because you are happy at a moment. So I think there is a lot of misunderstanding in terms of depression, and I just needed to add this, to what you said. But answering the question, it's really tough. I think it's the first time I think about loneliness, for real. I don't remember. I was thinking here, maybe it's more common to hear that when we are talking about the elderly, right? Because when you get older, like a lot of times the family just um, don't worry too much about the elderlies, and it's sad. But just adding something using what Ivaldo said about the cell phone, and I think we self isolate ourselves, so we are always there using our cell phones, and I don't want to go because I will be here, or even if you are at a restaurant with your family, everybody is on their cell phones, so we are kind of self-isolating ourselves, which is really weird. And yeah, I think it is a sad reality of modern life, and we really need to force ourselves and pay attention to what is happening around us. So these days, I noticed my parents and we are not going out together anymore, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I want to experience more moments with my parents, and then I am trying to invite them to do more things, so I think we need to pay attention. I think that's it, to our relationships, otherwise it's going to be bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's like that. sometimes you, as you said, like you see your friends and your family around you, but you think, oh, I would like to stay on my bed, look to myself on nothing, because we passed videos and scroll the Instagram. So yeah, it's hard. And important thing you said, and I forgot about older person. Is yes, the person have a depression sometimes related about lost someone who loved so much. Like I always saw about like a couple, older couple stay together and someone died and the other feel depressed, and oh, it's so sad. You love someone so much and you feel depressed because the person passed away. So oh, always when I see this kind of situation, I want to cry because gosh, it's so deep, so deep feeling. I never feel that for the person. So yeah, it's complicated to pass that. I didn't have someone who passed this in my family, but a lot of persons on the internet put on like the tests about that, discuss about that. So it's not a problem, but I guess something we need to talk more. Okay, I skipped the question number 3, okay, and we go to the question number 4. Would you work that technology is make people more lonely and isolated? Ivaldo, is your area technology? What do you think?
Yes, yes. I think so because, for example, my experience um, uh, minha experiência pessoal, my experience personal, yeah.
Personal experience.
Yes. For example, I work in home office. My job, I start in my job 9 hours AM. I work in afternoon, for example. I don't like see my screen, my computer. I need walking. I need go out to do something because I think if I to do something, in my opinion, I will stay crazy. I need to walk. I need to go out with my family, my wife, to eat something, eat pizza, ice cream, something, because if I am crazy, I will stay crazy.
I don't judge you because my brother work as you in technology. I don't remember the exact name because I'm horrible with that, be honest. But my brother always said, when I finish everything, I want to scream, go to a bathroom and take a shower and stay like far away from the computer. Because if I see a screen, I want to scream again. Scream like, and don't do nothing. Because it's so stressful for him to, because you know that like in technology you work more than 8 hours per day. Like I know it's a reality, because like in home office, as you said, about you don't want to
Yes.
finish. Sometimes you don't finish and you feel like probably I finish now, and when you see it's 10 p.m. Always my brothers say that. It's something we all didn't see it, but I see it in my brother. Want to finish the day so not so early. It's complicated.
I
And
put my cell phone aside. I turn off my computer because it's tarde de tem suas vantagens, o home office, but I like stay with other people's.
oh, yeah. It's important, and you have child, right? So more important to stay together. Bruna, what's your opinion?
Yes, I was thinking here because we have a lot of stimuli when we are talking about the internet, right? So sometimes, for example, if you like to play games online, and then you're there playing, you're really excited, and your family invites you to go out to have dinner. You're playing and it's nice, it's interesting, or you are watching series and you are really into the show and you love doing it. You're gonna watch the show and you won't spend moments with your family or with your friends because you are being stimulated, by the visual effects, by the story. And I think this happens with, of course, I am here like talking about games and series, but this also happens with the cell phone. Sometimes we are talking to someone and we are so excited, or we are on Instagram and we choose this stimuli instead of the moment with our families and or with our friends or with our boyfriend, I don't know, with someone who are with us in person. So I feel that it's making us lonelier or more lonely more lonely because we are choosing the stimuli we have on our devices, on the computer, on the cell phone, and then we are choosing other things. That's my answer.
Important point of view. I don't know, I didn't thinking about it, be honest. Like it's something now I'm looking, because we have so much access of a lot of information, but we never like search the information deeply. We only see on the surface, and okay, now I am reading another news. Okay, now I'm reading another gossip. Like it's that it's so faster than when you realize it. You watch it 100 kind of different topics in a day, and you discuss with yourself and with others. And when they finish, you never think about that. It's not a real discussion when you put in a table of bar, for example. If you put a table of bar, the person looks to you like, oh, I don't know about it. Sometimes I do that unconsciously with my mother, like, oh, you see that? It's about a gossip. And my mother, who it is? Because my mother didn't have Instagram, only WhatsApp. So I feel like, wow, my mother don't know who is she. And when I feel like, oh gosh, probably I'm the only person in my home who know this gossip, and it's not so important. So yeah, it's hard. but have some discussions we never do in real life, because not because it's not important, because sometimes I don't know, I see on social media some persons want to have discussion about everything. These days appears on Twitter, I guess, the discussion about how to eat an orange. And I feel like probably this discussion never happened in real life. Everyone wants to eat your orange. Who cares? You know, like, and only a discussion happens on Twitter. But have other discussions, I think is important. For example, a person appears this discussion on Twitter too. A man who don't want to take care of the family because want to spend time reading. It is hard, but it's a good discussion. It's a good topic to talk and to deal, because a lot of informations and some informations you want to forget. But it's that, it's complicated to deal with that. About it, I have the question number 5. Why do you think many people find it hard to moderate the social media use? It's a cause of loneliness and isolation. Bruna, what do you think?
Let me see. I closed the question here about social media.
Yeah, the 5.
Because we are interacting on social media, right? So I feel that we have this sensation that we are interacting, and it's okay, I don't know if it's real what I am going to say. Maybe I'm just saying what I feel. Like, our brain understands we are interacting. So what? If I'm interacting with Gabi on Instagram, why do I need to see her in person? We can keep talking on Instagram, on WhatsApp. I don't know. And then I'm going to isolate myself and not see her or not meet the other friend, because it's been okay. It's comfortable too if you are just doing things online, right? Because you don't need to commute it, like you don't need to go to a place, you don't need to spend money, you don't need you don't need to get ready. But this is also important, it is important to go through these moments, to choose a piece of clothing, to go out with your friends, to enjoy these moments in person. So I feel that after the pandemic, at least for me, I spent so many time on the internet and talking to my friends online that nowadays, for me to go out, it takes a lot of time. My friends need to invite me a lot of times, because I just, we can talk on the cell phone, we can call each other. Like, I don't want to go out anymore, because it's expensive, first of all, and because it takes time, we need to go. So this is a problem for me too, and I need to be better. That's it.
I understand you completely. It's hard because, like, sometimes I need to moderate my social medias, because I'm doing like that. I have a friend who live, like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 50 minutes from me, and I don't see her since August 2022. Like, why? But we always communicate on social medias. We, like, always have this interaction, but I don't know why we both didn't remember. And when I invite her, she feels like, oh yeah, we need to stay together because I don't see you more than 6 months. And like, yeah, I know, neither. And like, it's wonderful when it happens. Wonderful to have the internet to have this access. But if I don't moderate, probably I don't see my friends so much, because I'm the person who wants to get out, but sometimes I don't want to I don't know. I'm the kind of person who sleep early, and some kind of plans of my friends start at 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. I put my pajamas, like I'm an older person in the body of a younger girl, but it's hard to moderate. And I add something, it's hard to moderate to pick up my cell phone on the morning. It's really, really hard to wake up and pick up the phone and look to my mail. Oh, I looked to that. And when I realize it, I scroll on Twitter and feel angry because of some discussions. So I need to moderate that in my life. And if I'll do, what do you think about the question?
I think social medias is very important too. I have Instagram, WhatsApp. For me, is very important because it is brings the person next to me. But I believe that people can stay addicted and or vicious. This is a problem for I believe because but it's very important, but is a problem when it becoming vicious, addicted.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
agree. I agree. And I have the addiction of cell phone. We all be honest, because we can't see. I do immersion about that, about no internet available. And I don't know, I can't see my life. One day it's okay, one day pass it, but live again as I live my childhood, without the internet, without Google, without YouTube. Like, probably I don't know what to do. Be honest, I don't know. Probably I stay frozen in some minutes and feel like, okay, now what is happening now? And I think the society crash a little bit, and everyone start to feel crazy. Because in the past, I remember to use in my childhood and some years of my teenagerhood too. I give an example. I remember to take a Barça, the book, giant book to search things. A Barça to do like something on school, like about animals. I go to the Barça and like go to the book and read. And nowadays I put only the animals in different place, and I have a lot of things. It's more easy. So I guess we crash a little bit if this happen, if the broken everything. But I guess we have this addiction. It's something modern problem. Probably I can't say that. I don't know. But yeah, it's a nowadays problem. But guys, I think we have a time for the last question. And I put the question number 7. What do you like to do when you are on your own? When you stay lonely, and what do you want to do? Or you do nothing when you're in these moments? Bruna.
One, I like to, usually in the morning, I think this is the time I have on my own, and I really like to prepare my breakfast, make it in a calm way, just wake up slowly and just cook the eggs and just take the mug and add the coffee and just, just I like to do these, to not cook something big, but I think cooking too. What else? I like to sleep, to be on the cell phone. Yeah, I think that's it. Sometimes listen to music and dancing too. I love dancing when I'm alone. And sometimes cleaning the house, like, today I'm gonna just take some time to clean my bedroom, to organize things, and just put some music on and listen to it while I'm dancing and cleaning. That's good too. And yeah, I think that's it. These are the things I like doing.
The same here. The part of clean the house. Oh, when I always clean the house on Saturday morning when I come to the gym. Oh, it's so awesome. The smell of clean for me is something I really, really relax me. I really love. And as you, I like to do my breakfast. I like to do my always. When my mother don't do, I do. And don't have a rule here in my home. Everyone do and everyone eat. But the breakfast for me, like, like start the day and I go to the gym and I come back to the gym and I have the second breakfast. For me, it's amazing because I love to eat. So for me, we have more than one breakfast. It's something, whoa, awesome. I love it. And it's something I do. And other thing I do is related with music. Sometimes I put my headphone and stay quiet in my bed, look to the wall. Sometimes don't do nothing. Only spend the time, listen and understand the music. My mother don't like when I do that because not often, always, my mom come to me and said, Gabby, you're okay. You're depressed because you stay so quiet. And I feel like, no, I'm only listen music. What is happening? My mother have these situations to come to me and answer like, you're okay. You don't do a joke in the entire day. You're not good. Because I'm always do jokes with my mother. And my mother, when I don't do, something happens in the mind of my mother. But nothing happens. And I feel like, no, because I don't want to make jokes today. My mother is like that. It's funny. And Ivaldo, what do you like to do when you are on your own?
When I have a free time, I like read book. I have a Kindle, many books. I like read little bit the book, other book. I like it. And I watch movies, series. I have one suggestion for you. And This Is Us.
Perfect.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's it. I like play games, video games, FIFA, footballs. I like it. That's it.
Gosh, I don't like to play FIFA. I don't know. I try. Be honest, I try, but I feel like no, I don't have coordination to do that.
Many commands.
I don't have. I put the ball in the other side. Oh gosh, I didn't have. But I like games too. And you said about This Is Us, I have other suggestion. It's similar to This Is Us. Modern Family is
Modern
awesome.
Family. I
Awesome.
like some
a lot.
episodes.
Yeah, but it's really, really awesome. But This Is Us, I'm crying a lot to watch it. Something related with myself, and it's so deeply. But Ivaldo, you said about the Kindle. I'm not addicted with Kindle, and I'm reading a lot, but I prefer to physical because the Kindle, I don't know, my eyes hurt when I feel like the letter is so small. I want to put the letter more bigger. I don't like Kindle. Really, I wanna, but I don't like. I don't know why. But I have like I used to read two books in like together, and sometimes I take the history of the first book and the second book stay together, and it is when I stop to read the both books together. It's like, no, stop. Now I'm reading Harry Potter and A Arte da Guerra. So imagine, sometimes the both histories stay together. It's not good. It's not something normal. But anyway, I like it too. And guys, oh gosh, I send on the chat the link for my feedback. Please go to the feedback, send me whatever you want to talk about in the other meetings. I guess in other meeting we are talking about, I don't remember my own topic. We are talking about a good topic. Trust me. No, it's about the benefits of eating healthy. So I invite you to come to my next. And I hope you like this conversation. Ivaldo, what is the conversation for you?
For me, it's fantastic. Always conversation with ladies. For me, is very good.
It's awesome to know. I hope you see you more often here. Bruno, how was the conversation for you?
It was really good. I as I was saying, I think it's maybe the first or the second time. I won't say it's the first because I have already talked about many things here, but it's been a long time that I don't talk about loneliness here. And I think it's interesting. We need to think about it more often. And it made me reflect, so I'm really happy, and it was amazing. As usual, you are also.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for that. And I hope you'll see both in the next week. And for the persons from YouTube, thank you for your time to watch and use the conversation on YouTube. And I hope you see you both and everyone. Invite your friends, the family, the dog to stay here. The bilingual dog didn't have a problem. And thank you for this conversation. See y'all.